can never do it like I. When you see man pull up and slide, man stepped in a room with legends, Rio and Steve, you know it's a vibe. Check the podcast, what you wanna know? Don't ask me, go and ask Joe. If you're talking Premier League, he's on the front line and I gotta go. It's a vibe with five, and you already know what it is. It's a vibe with five, and you already know what it is. Vibe with five, and you already know what it is. It's a vibe with five, and you already know this.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this week's episode of Vibe with Five. The energies are high for both of us this time, right?
Yeah. It's good. I'm happy. Man United, best team on the pitch. Best players on the pitch, getting results. It's not rocket science, is it?
And like I said to you, Buck and Anton last time,
oh my God!
It's back on, baby.
Do you know what? I didn't even read that today.
Yeah, bro.
Is that what you come? Oh my God!
Yeah, bro. It's back on. 6-0.
Do you know what I heard when I walked into the studio today? I heard Archie's over there. He's an Arsenal fan as well. These two chatting. I heard, oh yeah, it's our last game against Sanso. We could win it there. Could we win it there?
At United.
You lot.
We play you guys on May the 11th. It's back on. All right, listen. Before we go on to this week's games,
Joel,
go on, mate.
Have some shame.
What shame?
Yeah, it's true.
Mate,
true.
You are third in a 2-horse race and you're talking like you're going to pick it up.
You've done well. You beat West Ham. 6-0, well done.
Been on the show for the last 3 weeks with a black eye and he's telling me to have some shame. Come on, bro. It's him.
Steve.
Tell me. On top of that, right, you guys have done an incredible interview. So what we did on the 5 socials, we said, who do you want to speak to? Who do you want us to speak to next? So you got on David Gill last time. Went very well, by the way. We're going to explain the cut-ups of the episodes and stuff like that. We'll get to that in a second. But we said, which Manchester United manager post-Fergie time would you want us to speak to? And I'll tell you what, the votes were unanimous, really.
Yeah,
right? Jose Mourinho. And what does that mean, Rio?
Well, we went out to see Jose. That's it. You told us what to do. We done it. There was a request in there. He was the request. We went out and we executed. Me and Steve travelled out there. Joel was kind of otherwise engaged. He had something pre-planned.
I got a chop suey.
Yeah, because of his Arsenal coming, he got put on the bench.
Oh, man. But yeah, you interviewed Jose Mourinho.
No, it was hilarious. Seriously.
You spoke about everything, innit?
Hilarious. Talked about Man United, how much what his thoughts on Man United and post him leaving and what the new Man United looks like. Talked about England, funny enough, that when you hear what he says about England, right, like my generation and this generation, Portugal, his time at Chelsea, crazy. Talking about individual players, like, mate, seriously, it was really good.
Stories
the killer was the key stories are unreal. We was only meant to have like half an hour with him. We travelled to Lisbon, me and Steve, for half an hour, and he was there an hour and a half. It was unreal.
No way.
Yeah, it was brilliant, and he was No, the funniest thing was, right, I swear to you, it's going to be a meme, right? Wait, I don't know. I never spoke. I just see Steve. I know Steve, and I don't really look at it, but the way that he tapped Steve's belly at the end, it was unbelievable.
What did Steve say? Steve, what did you say?
No, he was on mute.
What can I say, right?
He was on mute.
I'll give you this, right? Jose Mourinho is an absolutely captivating listen. Like, John, you ask the guy a question, and he just comes with, like, sources, analogies, just fully formed, like, mega answers to everything that you're asking him. You don't feel like you can hammer him. And he also sort of set his stall out early doors with a few things that he said. But I'm not going to give too much away, but I guarantee the news for the next week is at least everything that Jose said in that interview.
Okay, so when is this coming out, guys?
You tell me.
Thursday. It's coming out on Thursday. But look, I know you guys were like, why did you chop up the David Gill interview? Mr. David Gill, by the way, I'll keep it real, guys, right? The engagement. We've got to keep it up, you know? And on top of that, it allows us to be recommended more on YouTube and people watch it more, regardless of what you say. It's done really well for us on the channel.
Yeah, and the full interview's on the audio as well.
We will always drop the full interview after we drop the part, so please support us on this. It's YouTube, man. We're trying different things in the community. I know you guys were like, please don't, but we will. So keep on supporting us. Jose coming out on Thursday.
We've got another.
Yeah,
big
do you know what
one.
I'll say? I think we could have done it better with David Gill. I think we could have introduced each section better, but we did that with the Mourinho one. So the Mourinho one should flow a hell of a lot better.
And you know, we're all a community here. We're trying things, you know. So just keep on supporting us. And like I said, it's coming out soon. But let's.
By the way, in the comments, who do you want next?
Ooh.
Who do you want next?
Ooh.
We've got a couple of people in the pipeline, but if there's anyone else that jumps off the page,
could we not have an Arsenal player for once, please?
Do you want an Arsenal player? What, past or present?
No one cares,
Present.
Joel. David Gill told you that.
David Gill said he don't
Yeah,
care.
man. Come on, man.
A present player.
Yeah, if
present
we
day
can.
player.
We can talk about it off
We
air,
had Zinchenko a little while ago.
We had Zinchenko, but we need to get someone else, man. Let's
more
work on it.
attacking type player.
Yeah, man.
Okay,
let's do
go for
something.
somebody. Okay, cool.
You know, Rio's black book, man. Let's move it on to Manchester United. I want to know why Manchester United got more press for scraping a win that they probably didn't deserve against Aston Villa than we did for smacking up West Ham.
Because we beat a team that are trying to be a Champions League team now. Aston Villa. Out of form a little bit, but they're a team with Unai Emery. Everyone's saying they're Champions League hopefuls now, so it's a bigger game probably. But it's Manchester United as well. You've got to be a bit more respectful and understand your status. Man United are a worldwide renowned club, adored, revered all around the world. So they're going to get more news articles than any other team in this country, regardless of where they are in the league. Imagine when Man United are winning, what it's going to look like in the media. No one's going to get any airtime.
Yeah, I think because you've been bad for so long that I think there's a bit of excitement now. Obviously, some of it's deserved. Rasmus Højlund. Is it five goals? And is it 5 last matches he scored consistently?
He's flying. He's not snatching anymore, is he? Steve, you've watched him closely as well. Like the balls are coming into him now, and there's a little bit more of a calm assuredness, whereas obviously he was uptight. Understandably. A young kid, 20 years old.
He's still not getting enough shots, though.
No.
He's still not being serviced as much as he could be. I think he scored 1 yesterday off 2 shots, which is mad numbers, really.
But it's starting to cost the ball, though, Steve. Like even the second goal, McTominay's goal, that's the type of cross that Højlund wants to be running onto as well. Like Dalot needs a special mention, by the way, because he's someone I doubted earlier. And I remember speaking to Cristiano again. Is he really going to be any good? And Cristiano said, no, he works. He'll work hard. He'll make himself better. 100%. He'll improve. And he's obviously seeing it behind the scenes, so he knows that. And I said to Darren Fletcher, I was at the training ground the other day, I said, he's really impressed me. And he was saying, listen, he's a worker. He's going to make himself the player he needs to be. I still think defensively, he probably needs to work a little bit. But yesterday, defensively, I thought was very good. And then with the ball, that cross, if we have players running onto them crosses, then the forwards are going to make runs and they'll get more goals.
Yeah, no, to be fair, I think it's good as well. It's only healthy, innit? Because when you've got, it means Wan-Bissaka is going to have to work harder. And I think, yeah, obviously you're going to need Wan-Bissaka as well, especially with the injuries on the left-hand side and stuff like that. So, but I can't lie, Dalot, he's definitely shown improvement. That's why he's got the 5-year contract.
Yeah. Can I just give special mention as well to the two centre-halves? They've been criticised in their time. I thought Maguire and Varane were standout as well. Although they did it, there was a lot of chances given up, but I think that was because of the shape of the team, the transitions. It wasn't necessarily down to because the centre-halves weren't marking or whatever, but a lot they stopped a lot of stuff going on in that middle area, defended the box really well, and the goalkeeper made a couple of big saves. But Harry Maguire, I think he's shown that he has got a character.
Yeah, definitely, man. Really good season. I think you guys can't forget Mac 10, Scott McTominay. Honestly, man, he scored 3 goals in the last 5 minutes of Premier League games this season.
Wait. I want to go back to Maguire here a second because I've hammered Maguire in the past and he won everything. I think the game suited him yesterday.
Yeah.
And there's more than just that. I actually think this is the first time under Ten Hag that we've gone away to somewhere where we weren't expected to steamroller or even just win. And we've managed to pull a win out by playing off the back foot. I don't think we've done that under Ten Hag. And I don't think it can be understated how important it was for us to go and get that sort of scrappy, play off the back foot sort of win. And it is the sort of style of play that suits Maguire. We asked him and Varane to defend the box yesterday, and they defended the box. They won everything in the air. Absolutely everything, the pair of them.
Yeah, no, you hadn't won.
Agree.
You hadn't won against a top 8 side since like 2021. Like I heard the stat.
Our record is horrendous against the top 8 sides. It's disgusting. Actually, that needs to be put up all around the training ground.
I was going to say, how do you get away with that?
Yeah, that needs to be put up all around the training ground so they all see it every other day. And it's
but do you know what? This is only a stat when it comes to United. Because I'm a bad nerd like this. I went and did the stats, and we only won 1 less game against the top 10 than City did. And they were champions.
I need to look at the stats properly because either someone's
You lot were really good. You lot of Newcastle, I think, had really, really good records against everybody else.
Away.
No, just in general.
Away. But like, it proves it's a nonsense stat. If City are the champions and they only won 1 more than United away against like the top whatever, it's a bollocks stat, isn't it?
But when we used to win the league, though, it was about you have to bully the teams outside the top 3 or 4. The team that's consistent and wins against them, that's where we were great. we would go to Blackburn, which was hard to play. So we'd go Stoke, very rarely ever get turned over. We'd go Bolton and turn them over. Arsenal would struggle them clubs. Do you know what I mean? Chelsea sometimes they'd have a bogey to like Newcastle maybe, as Jose mentioned in his interview, or Everton away. Like tough games to get there. Like we'd normally go away to all them places and the teams we were meant to beat would normally beat them. And then you could afford to draw or drop some points against the teams who are fighting for the league because you know somewhere else they'll hiccup. And I think that's where Man City and Liverpool in recent years they've been brutally dominant. They just battered every team out of sight, outside of each other, and they might drop points against each other here and there.
Before I got on to Scott McTominay, I actually wanted to give a massive shout out to Onana, man. Yeah. What I saw yesterday, a few solid saves. Steve, I know that's your guy. Go on. It's your floor, man.
Yeah, he had some big saves. Gary Neville pissed me off yesterday in commentary for a few reasons. First up, they had to go all the way back to the foul on Marcus Rashford to try and find something wrong with United's goal. And then, Casemiro's in an offside position as the ball comes in from the free kick, but he don't touch it, so it's not offside, so it's not relevant, Gary, right? Then we get the corner, and then, it looked offside with the naked eye, but as soon as you see the replay, you realise that he's clearly onside. Why are we trying to find fault with United goals? Any other team that scores a goal, you go, well done, good goal. So fair play. You know, United have been so bad at set plays, and yesterday we scored from one, and we defended really well against them. Why are we going back doing that? And the whole point I mentioned Gary Neville, Onana makes a save from about 2 yards away. It hits him in the chest, but so what? That's the keeper's job, is to be in the way. And why are you saying, he's got lucky to be there?
No, but it was good positioning, though, because, first of all, you look and you go, maybe you got...
No, he's saying that. It's what he's saying.
Yeah, so you got really good positioning.
It is mad. I don't know. The only thing I would concern me about the result yesterday, it wasn't like an 8, 9 out of 10 performance. It was just good resilience, and they managed to get it done, which is they've struggled to do that. But United need to work on game management, because you can't have that basketball vibes going on where you're up and down, you attack, we attack stuff, and you need to have some control. They've got enough experience in there, enough quality in there to start seeing the games out and having that control and not having it being a panic attack in the last 10 every single time you play. Because you're going to get caught.
Kobbie Mainoo, think he's turning into a number 8?
He could do. I think he's good enough to play 6 or 8 or 10. He could play all those positions. You saw his footwork for the second goal. He could play there. If you watch the way that they play, when they're developing phases of play, their rotations in midfield, he sometimes stands in a number 10 position, but then he easily shifts back into an 8 and then sometimes drops into a 6. But that is the freedom that he has within this system, because the second goal, he's almost like a number 10 in that position, picking up the position in a random position, but he's got that fleet of foot and that bit of skills. We used to call it dubs. He can just dub a man like boom, see you later. Shifted it off. Dalot first time cross goal. But
I think he's a good 6, but I think he could proper thrive as an 8. Like since that Wolves game, just flashes. I thought, whoa, scary stuff. So for me, even yesterday, like you said, like footwork, playing it off to Dalot, great crossing from Dalot. I just thought, I think this guy can do some stuff. And people took it out of context when you said he reminds you of Seedorf. You said reminds, not is.
Well, that footwork we saw there for the goal the other day, that's Seedorf.
Madness.
That's what Seedorf does.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not imagining this. I'm seeing, he's showing me glimpses. In the last 2 games, I've seen shades of someone like Seedorf. Yeah. He ain't him. He ain't his ability. He ain't done anything near what he's done. He'll be lucky to get any close to that, to be fair. But the kid he's got something that you go, right, the calmness is the thing that jumps out to me. Yeah. I see him at the training ground the other day and I said to him, man, listen, just keep that hunger. The hunger that you walked into this season with, that's the hunger you need through the whole of your career. It don't need to come off. You don't need to step off that. That hunger, you maintain the same hunger. You walk in the door to that first team dressing room in the first time. If you can finish football somewhere near about that, with that same hunger and mindset of wanting, you got a chance to have a top career.
Was he responsive?
The kid's there's a steeliness to him, man. He don't look like a hype man. He don't look like someone who's going to get like too high or too low. Looks like he's got quite a balanced. I think he looks like he's got. I don't know his surroundings.
I
heard. He looks like he's got a balanced team around him.
Avellino said he knows his brother and he knows members and that, and he said that he's just a good kid.
Yeah,
he gives you the vibe of a good Ghanaian kid. Do you know what I mean? Like someone that's just well brought up.
Yeah, and if he steps out of line, there could be a couple of hot slaps. on the back of his neck.
Like, and you need that, especially in today's generation and stuff like that. So, I wish him the best, man. I'm glad to hear he was responsive as well, man.
No, it's not short and sharp.
What was you doing in Manchester? Who was you with?
I went to. I was actually. What was I doing? I interviewed Kevin De Bruyne.
Ooh,
and then
coming out soon, yeah?
Yeah, and then I had like a...
Big things.
I had the whole day and night free, so I texted a couple of the lads. We got a WhatsApp group, said who's about for a bit of food later, and then Fletch said, let's come down the training ground, link up. So I went down there, had a bit of lunch.
With who?
With Darren Fletcher. Then see... Do you know what actually was a nice thing? Rasmus Højlund. He was one of the only players still about. He was in the canteen just with the staff, messing about, asking questions. Robin van Persie was there doing his A license or pro license.
Really?
Yeah, had a little chat with him. He bantered him about his gear, and Rasmus was there. And Rasmus come over to me and Fletch sitting having a little chat about things and just about how he's doing and stuff. Really, really nice guy. But what I loved is he saw Robin van Persie and said to Darren, can I get 5 minutes of him with Robin van Persie? And Robin said, yeah, come man. Went in there, went away 10, 15 minutes, come back, and Robin said, yeah, man, he's asked a lot of questions. That's a sign of someone who wants to learn, you know what I mean?
A student of the game.
Student, do you know what I mean? So it was just nice, that humility and that humbleness that he showed. It bodes well, I think, for the future of this kid.
Just talk about the L that Arsenal have took again here. Robin van Persie was a player with them for 8, 9 years, something like that. He was at United for 2 or 3. Where's he going to do his licenses? Carrington.
Yeah. And do you know what?
He's welcome at Man United. He's not welcomed at Arsenal. That's the problem.
That's not true. That's not true. We would have him. I think he just likes to go to United, if I'm honest with you.
He's got good memories.
He likes to be around winners and that.
Yeah, he wins. The mentality's there.
You're telling me he didn't have no good memories at Arsenal? Of course he had good memories at Arsenal.
But he doesn't go back there. Why doesn't he go back? You tell me what that means.
It's the Man United branding, isn't it?
Brandon.
Yeah.
No, man, it's a lovely. You know what it is? Because when he goes back there, he sees familiar faces. Like Fletcher's there. I was there coincidentally. You got Kath on the door.
Oh, yeah.
Kath, man.
Kath, the dinner lady.
No, she's not dinner lady. Carol's the dinner lady who don't work there no more. Shout out Carol. She don't work there no more. I still chat to her. She was like, how come you're taking pictures with Kath and not me and posting me up? You're posting Kath up. But listen, there's in-house wars. Yeah, in-house wars. Wow. But Kath is the lady on reception. So whenever you go to the training ground, Kath is there. Okay. She's 80 odd now. I think she's been there 50 odd years.
Really?
It's unreal. She's outlasted every Martin Edwards, Mr. Gill, Alex Ferguson, all the players outlasted us all.
Steve, was she the one that got an award a couple seasons ago at the what was it again? You forgot, right?
Player or what?
Yeah. She got some sort of award. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
She deserves it. But she could tell the stories. If someone wanted stories, she's the one, and she's the last person that would ever tell anyone.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, when is Robin van Persie coming on though? Sorry,
end of the season. So he said end of the season. Yeah, he's obviously coaching and stuff now. He wants to concentrate on what he's doing at the end of the season in the summer. Robin Persie will be here with us on 5, guys.
That's gonna be really. That's gonna be like
for you. It's gonna be
idol.
Yeah, it's gonna be good for you, is it?
Because you know what it is. I proper loved Robin van Persie.
Loved or love. See, even that you're saying, I'm going to clip this up and show him so the energy's right when he comes in, because he's got a hard, steely side to him, Robin. You know, and if he feels any tension, he'll give it back to you.
I don't mind, because I remember speaking to Jermaine. You know my boy Jermaine who does the stuff with Storms. When we were selling him to you, right? He was going, don't want him. He's always injured. And I said the exact same thing that Arsene Wenger said. I said, you don't know who you're getting. This guy is a top striker. Goes to United, and obviously the rest is history. And it hurts, man. It hurts. But I would love to speak to him anyway, man.
All right.
Just to see how it's all going. Yeah. Oh, Scott McTominay.
Yeah.
We need to talk about him, man.
Yeah, I think he's got 4 goals as a sub, the most this season in the Premier League.
Honestly, man.
Scott, I think you got a shout. I think he's shown great personality and good traits to have around your team. Mm-hmm. Because I think a lot of people can get put on the bench. Everyone, you have to understand as well, everyone in a Premier League team wants and expects to start games all the time. I don't think there'd be many in them dressing rooms who go, do you know what, I'm a sub.
Yeah.
They've all got egos and they all want to play and they all want to be the main man, which is fine.
I don't know, man.
Right?
I think players like Martial are a bit like,
yeah, but
you got to think though, you got to reckon every single Premier League footballer wasn't just the best player in their youth team when they were growing up. They were the best player in like the district when they were growing
county.
up. And they were the best player in their academy team when they were coming up. Every single one of them. You don't get to the Premier League by just being middle of the road.
And that's the thing. Then he's got to change his mindset. Then you've got to alter in that mindset from being how does the best in your teams always to being like, listen, you're going to have to be a bit part player here and there. I think he's got a big decision to make, especially this summer, because I think if things have panned out differently, he probably would have been one of the players that may have been sold if the price was right or whatever, or the right interest came along. I think West Ham would have took him after they sold Declan Rice in a heartbeat, but it didn't materialise. I just think he has a decision to make. I think he's got so many really good attributes that you'd want to keep around. He's a good kid, wants to learn, knows the fabric of the club, understands what it means to be a Man United player. Those things go a long way, and he can play football.
He's clutch as well, mate.
And he can play football, and he can play a couple of different positions. I wouldn't say like a holding midfielder for the whole of the season, but he can fill in there. And he can show you he can score goals and he can impact a game and change a game.
Massively.
But I think his decision is, do I want it to be the player that can be impactful at times? I'm going to get a run of games because of injuries and stuff like that, or the manager sees me for a few games, but I'm not going to be, if the best team's available, I may not start them games, yeah? But I'm going to be a player that can come in and really, really be worthwhile and have worth in this team and value in other ways. He has to make that decision, I think, because there's some players who have careers like that.
Well, yeah, but then you have players who have decided to leave and they've gone on and they've done better things. So, for example, Tom Cleverley, he goes off, he has a really good footballing career, and he knows that he's playing every week.
Yeah, but then that's a really personal thing. Does he want to go somewhere else, a lesser club, less attention, less chance of ever competing and winning things, and playing there and being the main guy there, or being a part of a team that's hopefully going to build to win something?
Again, that's
right?
hopefully.
Yeah. But we are talking Tom Cleverley's different. Tom Cleverley's situation was different. He was staying somewhere that he was going to win stuff or go into what we just mentioned. Whereas it's different.
What did we just mention about United?
What?
You just said like it was different. He was going to stay where he's winning stuff. What about United now?
No, but he's got a chance to hopefully start winning. They're building towards that, hopefully. So it's just like Arsenal, by the way.
Excuse me, Joel. You're talking to the League Cup champions of the world.
Yeah,
traditional Rio, traditional media Rio. I'm going to get a T-shirt that says traditional media.
But you know what though? That's the decision he's got to make. Like, and I think it'd be interesting to see in the summer what does he sign a new deal for, whatever year deal, and say, listen, whatever my role is, I need to stay here because I love the club and I want to be a part of bringing it back to its former glory. Or I want to be somewhere where I am the main guy and I'm playing every week.
Yeah,
that's the decision.